Welcome all to the Random Bull.
Oh, you got me, Tyrick.
Nigel, like always.
Say something, Kiefer.
Yo. Fuck off my case right now. I'm gonna be the one to slap you in the face right now.
I know what's going on in his phone.
Yeah.
Just based off that little freestyle, I could kind of get a glimpse on what's going on.
That's why I love hip hop, man.
Just get a
right
case
off.
right now. Want to slap you in the face right now.
That's a good intro, right? We bet you just fucking edit, get that one little bar out, and just put it at the end, starting to get random bulls about to slap you in the fucking face right now. Motherfucker.
Hey, we all go through our ups and downs and our good times and our bad times in these here relationships.
That's hilarious.
It's not even a bad time. It's just times that you wish they would operate exactly how you want them to.
Yeah, it's like, I look at it like this. When you're in a relationship, you're dealing with one boulder that you just have to, like, you can't push it too much. You gotta, like, take care of it. One thing, though. My situation, I'm like I'm trying to juggle.
You're juggling.
Juggling a lot of different personalities.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I've been there a long time ago.
It's not all that it's cracked up to be.
It's not. It's really not.
It's tiring.
And besides that, I don't know if you ever feel guilty about it, but I would feel guilty every so often when I was like had multiple women I was sleeping with. I would start to feel guilty if like any of them were just like showing more interest than I wanted them to. I'll start to feel a little bit guilty, even though I was the type of person that was just like, hey, just want to have fun. Not really looking for anything long term. Like, I put it all on the table.
So, like, when like they send Marines to war and like they have to get prepared for seeing like a lot of death, so they show them and they see so much that they're like desensitized to it. I'm kind of like that, where like I don't feel bad because I'm not leading nobody in no direction. Like, if there's one person that I would be with, but she's not trying to be in a relationship, so it is what it is.
Yeah, can't force that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. I do what I do. I do what I do.
Yeah, I was just having sex with all of them without wanting anything more. And I tried to make that as upfront as possible. And then, like, you wind up hanging out, watching movies, cuddling, doing things that like boyfriend and girlfriend do. So
and that's my problem, because I don't want to do that stuff with just any fucking. Which is like, I don't want to do that with a bunch of people because I get weird about it. Like, I feel weird doing boyfriend shit with the girl who's not my girlfriend, or a girl that I'm not even really thinking about pursuing as my girlfriend.
Like
cuddling and all that. I'm not doing that if I can't see myself really being with you. I don't like sleeping at just any person's crib. Like, I gotta really be comfortable to like do that shit. Like, sometimes, bro, I walk in. Sometimes, bro, you gotta walk in and just get right to what you're fucking there for.
Oh yeah, mine was I always had them come to my house.
Yeah, but even that, it's like,
no, they came to my house.
But it's like, even that, regardless, it's like you gotta just get to it. Like, I'm not trying to do no lollygagging, dicking around stuff to make you think that there's a relation. No, we know what we're here for. Let's get to work.
It might be different just because I'm a homebody anyway, so I'm not trying to be out doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. So like when they would come over, I wasn't really doing anything that I wouldn't be doing normally. I didn't really change my life. I'd be watching movies anyway, sitting there playing the game, drinking, smoking, having people over. It wasn't, a lot of times it wasn't just us. But I don't know. I've this is probably why I'm in a relationship so often too, is I like find comfort in the companionship side of things. And it's just like, I liked having a girl around. I just liked having more than one around.
Yeah, because it's the
variety.
Variety is the spice of life. Sometimes you don't just want a fat old ass. Sometimes you want some big old titties. Sometimes you want a different face. Sometimes you want to touch different skin. It's just
Different personalities, even like it's just like, oh, this bitch is into fucking doing this type of shit.
right, right. Someone's cooler. Someone's
Right.
more reserved. Maybe you want to chill with the partier one that's more exciting on a party day as opposed to on a Sunday when you're just chilling. You could probably go want the stoner one to hang out with you more. But as far as the companionship thing, all that shit is new to me, bro. The companionship I've ever had was like camaraderie between my homies, and that's about it. But it's always been dysfunctional bitch after dysfunctional bitch. And now that I have a more or less dysfunctional one, she requires more standard relationship things than I'm used to giving because there's just a part of me. Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's saying pride. Who knows? That's keeping me from like. To me, it's a form of submitting. If I were, she's like, I should have got up when she FaceTime and walk away, and I'm like, every Sunday around this time we're recording or preparing to record, and you usually just text me. So what's the deal? I'm thinking she's hurt or something, and it's nothing. She just wanted to bitch about something she could have bitched about in text, and I'm just trying to say, hey, this could be easily the solution to all this could easily have been had if you just texted me about making an exchange at the store. But you guys heard it yourself. It was more than just an exchange at the store. It was, why is your car here? Why aren't you recording yet? What do you mean you didn't record yet? You know what I'm saying? She's trying to say in text that she wasn't doing any of that. And I'm like, well, there were other ears involved, so I don't know what you're talking about. So the lack of accountability that's being had to, and basically it's all my fault. So to me, that's a form of submission because there are dudes out there that'll pick and choose their battles and will just be like, "You're right, honey. I'll walk away next time," and blah blah blah, and compromise for the sake of the relationship. No, bitch. Put in the fucking perspective what I do for the relationship as a whole. Like on my days off, cleaning up the home we're about to live in. I don't gotta do that shit. I could be a bum ass nigga like other bum ass niggas we know that ain't doing shit. Yeah. So it's just like niggas work hard. And we do to provide for the ones that we love. I think that goes without saying. So when you're bitching about not being able to FaceTime when you want to FaceTime when I can text you, just accept it. If you're not dying, if she was like, I got into a car accident, I'd be like, how are you able to FaceTime me? Yeah. That's the first thing. You alright? But no, it's just bitchy tone and demeanor, and I'm not willing to submit to that. It's just I'm not going to put my happiness aside for your happiness because the second any of us do that, we're going to be resentful. Even this goes out to them as females. Like, if you do keep doing shit in expectation of us to change, then you're going to fucking get that shit blown up right in your face. And you're going to end up resenting the man and being cunty towards us. And we're going to be like, why is she cunty towards us?
Right. Well, and then when that's happening, I'm generally not like, oh my God, she's obviously upset. Let me, go out of my way to make her happy. I'm like, wow, she's being a real fucking bitch. Like, I want to get away from her right now.
And nobody wants to be nice to a bitch when they're being a bitch because she's like, you could be more sensitive towards me. And I'm like, who wants to be sensitive towards a bitch? To me, that's a way of submitting. It's like, what do you mean you're getting the car done? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry I didn't report to you.
Fuck out of here. You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the old sitcoms where it's like the wife is always a little bit sharper and wittier, and the husband is like a little tubby, like idiot guy, like King of Queens.
Peter and Lois.
Yeah, Peter and Lois, King of Queens. Fucking everybody loves Raymond. I mean, the list goes on. I grew up on this shit, and it always showed
teaching them to be beta.
The dad is always a little bit dumber and submissive, and the woman is always like, "We're leaving now," and he's just like, "All right, guys," saying peace to his homies. It's like, whoa, what? So to me, it reminds me of that, and I'm just like, that's not me.
And you got to think, man, on a biological level, on a physiological level, when it comes to the mental, like. The way that we do our what's it called, the mating dance, if you would, our mating rituals, some things that's like non-verbal. She even told me verbally that the guys who did submit to her in her past, she didn't respect them, so she ended up doing shit to fucking against a dude that you would want everything that he does for you. Like they would do everything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she's like, I don't respect this motherfucker because he didn't have a backbone to be like, bitch, I'm busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I still love you, but I'm fucking busy right now.
Right.
Go away. Just
right.
a half hour or two.
Right now, I'm getting text messages about the conversation we started the show with about like how, like you guys were obviously in the conversation and not downstairs listening and barely getting half the information. So you guys know exactly what I was saying, but she is downstairs listening in and
eavesdropping.
Yeah, and got half the information, and she's texting me. If you don't only want me, then I don't want to be with you either. And I'm just like, well, no one said that.
Remember last time she was eavesdropping? When we were up here?
Yeah. That was a different Tyler that said all that.
That was savage mode.
That was a different.
Do the fucking show.
That was a different person.
That's lost in the ether because I can't get that episode.
Good.
It's lost in the ether.
I'm so happy
SoundCloud
that's lost.
Wants us to pay them before we could get that shit.
You owe us. Yeah. Like what? We it's our material.
Nope, they got it forever.
But yeah, that was a different Tyler. I screamed down. I don't know, something really rude, like "Shut up, bitch! I'm doing a show" or something like that. I don't know. I wouldn't do that now. Right now, my phone's on silent, and I just blocked her until we're done recording because I don't want to hear any more of that because she's totally misinformed.
Well, you know what? That kind of reminds me of like a couple girls have like they have my number personally, but then they also are friends on social media, clearly, right? And I'll post something, and then they'll text me about it, and like I'm like, yo, you're reading way too far into what I'm saying, and you're blending the social media world with real life.
Yeah, man, social media is
like
reality,
you're confusing shit. So it's like if I have to censor, I have to censor because you're about to be sensitive or something about it, or you're about to take what I'm saying weird, or you're gonna misconstrue something, and it's like I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, because it frustrates you. It's like you're not even, because you know what it is. And I think this is exactly what it is. I know you just set your mic down, but you might want to respond to it. I don't know. I think it's you're offended that they're not giving you the benefit of the doubt. It's like, don't you know who I am? Like, don't you know who the fuck I am? I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's when I get really mad because I'm like, at this point, you should know who I am. I'm not Joe Blow that does X, Y, Z. You've always seen me operate in the same way. My biggest flaw is I'm a hothead, and I'll just say dumb shit and be mean and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I own that, and I've definitely tried to work on that.
It is what it is.
In recent times, but my morals always are the same. You know what I mean? The way I operate is always the same, especially to the people I love. So it's like when somebody comes out of pocket, like the text message I just got, or like the scenario you presented, it's just like you don't even respect me. That's how I start feeling. It's like you don't even respect me because you don't think enough of me, that you think that little of me, I guess. I always say shit backwards. You think that little of me.
Yeah, it really is that, because it's like, yo, how do you are sitting, you see me in person. I'm physically in front of you. All the time. You know how I operate. You know how I am in person in front of you. But you're going to think that because I said something over here, or because we joked about this on here, you're going to take that, and now in your mind, that's who I am. Because that was something I was said because you weren't there?
Well, that's why certain topics end up getting watered down on podcasts if the guys get a new girlfriend or if they're married or something like that. Many podcasts that I've listened to, dudes are like, "Yo, I'm engaged. I can't even talk about that. I'm engaged right now."
Yeah, well, guess what? The random bull just stopped editing episodes, so
you're gonna hear it all, dog.
Yeah, I'll just be real straight with the audience right now. I'm getting sick of editing, and all I want to do is go make it sound good. Do what I don't even know what it's called because I'm so unprofessional, but like go in and do the the noise reduction and all
Yeah,
that
the
type
sound
of shit.
treatment to it. Basically, treat it before the final product.
Yeah.
So just like clean it up, get all the static and silence out. But to really do it spot on takes damn near forever because you got to go in between breaths and silences and
Yeah.
cut all that out.
And now you're getting us warts and all. You know, if we sound like dopes, then that's because we're not editing every little fucking mistake out. We're just letting it rock.
Oh man,
Women can't live with them. Can't live without them.
it was a decent Sunday. Like it's crazy when you mention that though. Like you think that little of me. I don't know if it's so much. It may be like a similar feeling, but I'm not really. That term to mine isn't being struck up. It's only because I'm thinking like, yo, everything that I do for you is not only to make you happy. It's just like it's gonna make me happy too. But sometimes you gotta let me do me. And she had a little slip this morning. That's why I came a little late. She's got MS. For those who don't know, do the research on the fucking disease if you don't know anything about it. But a part of the MS flaring up that she gets is like she doesn't have feelings in her legs. And she was going down the stairs when we were leaving. We were both leaving. She was going to Walmart, and I was fucking coming here. And I hear from outside my car warming up. So I run, and my landlord, he's outside, and she fell down the stairs. Nothing crazy like a stuntman, like she slipped and booty fell on each step. But, you know, she's still a little hurt. So I'm like, you all right? And then when you see they're all right, you giggle and laugh about it. And she, good. All I heard was like making a beat out of it. I started rapping over it and trying to cheer her up. It didn't cheer her up. It worsened things. She was just that sensitive about it. So,
besides that, she's pregnant and shit, so maybe she's like thinking shit like that. It's like she's just like, well, it's not a normal day, you know. I shouldn't be falling around.
She shouldn't. And you know what? I told her, relax, fucking stay inside.
Yeah.
No, I want to get things done. I want to get things done. You can't feel your legs, but you're about to drive. How will you know when your foot's on the fucking accel or the brake? So you're gonna look down every time, take your eyes off the road. But
stay the fuck home, Nicole.
This is what I was saying, but you know, I guess I was being very insensitive. I'm a little too insensitive when it comes to things like that. Once I saw that she was physically fine.
Yeah, but also like the point that I'm looking at is like take care of yourself. You know, that's what it sounds like. It's like stay home. Don't fucking put yourself and others, I guess, at risk, but mostly like, probably worried about her.
And what she has to do today, she doesn't have to do. She just wants to do. I'm like, I could do that shit after we get out of the pod, but she just wants to. You know, she's active. She likes to do shit, which is cool. She gets shit done. But I'm just like, don't be pissed off at me when you're upset doing things that I told you don't have to do. Don't be upset with me. What she wants me to do is be like, no, babe, you're fine. You can make it through. When you know I'm not that type of dude. I've already told you one time, chill and stay the fuck home. Watch some movies, relax, soak in the tub, something. Mm-hmm. No, you want to do shit? All right, then suffer. That's what I say to everybody. Mom, dad, everybody. I give them the advice that I feel like is most feasible. And we got an old saying in Jamaica, if you don't hear, you'll feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you tell the kids before you beat them. And then while you're beating them. Because you're not listening. So if you don't hear, now you're feeling it.
Now you're feeling the wrath of me.
Yeah, from not hearing. What I was trying to tell you, don't put that fork in that outlet. You're going to die. All right, well, you better take this beating over death.
Oh. God damn.
Yeah.
So the America's over.
We're not gonna make America great anymore.
Well, yeah,
that had 4 years.
It's no longer great. That's how I should have said.
Yeah, it's no longer great. I guess
it was great for 4 years. Back to a shithole.
Now it's MAGA. Make America gay already.
Both of them suck.
Is that a saying?
I heard it on a pod. I just swagger jacked it.
Oh, I thought that was something that's really being spread about.
No, but they were just joking. Like, no, MAGA really means make America gay already. It's because they were going off when Trump was like, look at that guy. I'd kiss that guy. I wouldn't like it, but I'd do it.
Is that him trying to show he's cool with gay people?
Yeah.
I could be gay. It's
I wouldn't like it, but I'd do it.
I could do it,
for
though.
Your vote.
Yeah. we gave her a few votes. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know too much about politics, but the only thing that I'm worried about is I don't like change. I don't know if anybody's been listening to the show for a while, but over the course of the show, you might have picked that up. I don't like change. I'm like, my life didn't change for the worse when Trump became president. So I'm just a little bit nervous for a new guy. I'm just like, all right, what are we in for now? What's this guy's plans? The only thing I did notice with Trump was I got like $20 extra in my check every week, like almost as soon as he got in.
The taxes went.
Yeah.
Down.
So I'm like worried. Like, is that? I mean, am I going to be paying more?
Well,
am I going to be
taxes are
seeing less?
supposed to affect more people under the Dems who make 400 G's or more. So they say. But
I ain't making
we'll
that.
See what happens.
I ain't making
that. We got
that.
the first female vice president of color and some old nigga.
Yeah,
Not just another old nigga.
I feel like he might die and we might get her.
We might get her. That's what I think.
You know
That's
what?
A fact.
I think he looks a little frail. I'm not being mean. I don't wish death.
2 terms. Think about it. 8 more years and he's already like 80 and shit.
Yeah.
He's just dying at 72.
Here's my take on it.
Uh-oh.
Here's my hot take.
This is gonna be dumb.
Both of them suck, right? I don't think either of them are good, just because they both have a bad past, and Trump wasn't good for nobody. It was like I said, it was like choosing between hard shit and soft shit. Like, which one do you want to eat?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say which one do you want to take.
No, it's like, which one do you want to eat? Soft shit. Exactly. You don't want either of them. You don't want either, but that's the only choices you have. So it's like you have to choose. You have to pick. You have to pick something. So, I mean,
you gotta eat shit.
Yeah, like either way, we're eating shit. But like, I feel like
Maybe.
I just feel like people are hyped on this train right now of like, oh yeah, he's in office, Biden's in office, out of here, Trump, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. You know, I'm with you guys. Cause I like Trump just because he's funny, period.
Yeah.
I
like his funniness.
He's funny and that's it. All the other bullshit, that can go out the window. But fucking this guy, like, we vote Biden in, but he's not really out here for our best interests.
Dude, just to speak about the funniness of Trump, I was watching the debate, and at one point, fucking Joe Biden is trying to say, like, I don't know where this guy's coming from or something to that effect. Like, where's this? I don't get his point of view. That's like the gist of what he's trying to say. But he goes, I don't know where this guy's from. And then Trump looks dead in the camera and he goes, Queens. I was just like, gang shit. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was some gangster ass shit. Queens.
He's
Gully.
gonna get a pod. He's gonna get a show or a pod or something.
That's hilarious. See, and that's the thing. It's like, he's not like he just was not a good politician.
He's a good entertainer.
Yeah, definitely good entertainer.
He's a good entertainer.
But like, it's gonna be like this. These people that voted him that are all happy. As soon as Biden in a year or two starts doing all the opposite shit, the stuff that they were expecting him to do, then they're gonna be crying about how he's no good.
Yeah, or just hitting roadblocks. Like if he, I don't even know what he says he's gonna do. That's why, that's why I started with. I don't really pay attention to the shit, but it's like if he even meets roadblocks with the shit he's trying to accomplish, people are gonna start talking shit.
Yeah, but it's like they get in there just being like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and you're like, okay, yeah, I fuck with you. Help me out. And then as soon as they get in, they're like, yo, I know I said I'm gonna do all that stuff, but just hold that thought.
Yeah.
I gotta
there's a long road ahead of us.
I gotta do all this other stuff first. And then it's like he's doing shit, then he'll start doing shit that doesn't really like seem like what the fuck? You could have
I'm gonna sound like a crotchety old white dude, but it was like I'm sick of people focusing on other countries and shit like that. Like, I hate to sound crotchety, but it's like, dude, we got prison issues in this country. We got fucking healthcare issues in this country. We got I was just gonna say homelessness, but tied to homelessness is mental health. All these people slipping through the cracks when their family is just like that retarded Uncle Eddie is fucking barking at people at the bus stop again. You know, it's just
some
like
of them are vets, like my aunt and uncle that are Marine vets, and they're schizophrenic as shit.
yeah, the fucking VAs, fucking people die waiting to get treated. You know, the veterans that are trying to go to the hospital and use their benefits fucking die on waiting lists because the VA is so backed up in a lot of cases. I think we just have so many fucking issues in our own country that need focusing on that I don't really care about fucking the Mexicans slipping the border and trying to vote and get licenses. Like, I hate to be fucking inconsiderate, but it's like, where do you draw the line with I'm being inconsiderate with I'm looking out for myself and the people around me more than motherfuckers from around the world.
But dude, you gotta even consider this with the immigrants that are sneaking in. They're not getting top of the line IT jobs. The people that are complaining, they're taking our jobs. They're not even doing the jobs these niggas. These niggas is picking fruits and shit. That dude complaining about that is probably like a construction foreman somewhere, own his own contracting firm and shit. You could hire them niggas.
Yeah, me and that guy, me and that white dude don't have the same views. My problem is the government focusing on that shit more than the issues that I think. I mean, I live in the ghetto, and like, you drive to a nice neighborhood and they have brand new roads, brand new curbs, sidewalks, everything. Like, if you go around my neighborhood, it's been the same curb since the fucking 70s and shit. Like, they just keep throwing fucking.
Oh, that's classic.
They keep throwing fucking filler in the potholes, and then every single winter the fucking plows run over that filler on the pothole and rip that motherfucker open bigger than it was before. Then you know what you have all winter? Big ass motherfucking hole that you break your car on all winter because you fucking forget it's there. And then springtime comes around, you need front end work again. That's happened to me like 2 years in a row. I got to get my fucking front end work done because the roads are fucking ripping my tires off.
And that keeps people in poorer neighborhoods down even more because you don't have the money to fix your car. Now you got to take off from work, borrow money from people or whatever have you.
Another fucking example, the bridge around the corner closed. That motherfucker was closed for 8 years. Yeah. 8 fucking years. You had to drive an extra 10, 15 minutes out of the way just to get to a certain point in town because they didn't pay for the bridge to get fixed. It's like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like,
I was so happy when they opened that shit
yeah,
up.
Guess what? now Congress Street Bridge is closed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's got fucking blocks on it and shit. The one that leads down to Dunkin' Donuts. Yep. As far as I know, that motherfucker's still closed.
Nah, we just went up
it's back open.
Oh, thank God, man. Because I'm like, how long is this one going to be closed, bro?
They're not putting much money back into the hood, but the better neighborhood you live in, usually your property taxes are higher as shit because you can afford it.
Yeah, I don't know. I see so many issues in this fucking country that I'm just like, yo, fuck everybody else. Fuck the refugees trying to come here. Fuck all the people trying to slip in. Fuck that, because that's like me being worried about like the plumbing in my neighbor's house and my fucking, there's shit blowing out of my fucking, coming out of my faucet and shit, It's like, what are you talking about, the plumbing at the neighbor's house? My shit's fucked. I live here. That's how I see it. I'll probably come off bad, but you know what? I'm not a fucking politician, and I'm not a very smart man.
It's like a half conservative view, because you just like, mind my own business and let me live my life in peace. And not let the government dictate.
Well, that's libertarian.
It's not a view. It's not a bad view though, because it's not like you're saying fuck the other people. Really, it's just saying, yo, I have my own shit going on, and I want to focus on that before I can even think to focus on what's happening somewhere else.
Right, and if we have the power and resources to do both, then I say do both. But I don't know. It seems like the proof's in the pudding. It don't seem like we got the energy or the resource to do both, because we've been trying to play superhero for fucking ever, man. And you know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's that?
All our lives, we've been in some fucked up shit. This country has been fucked for our whole lives. It all started with 9/11 when I was in the 5th grade. And it just keeps on going, dude.
And generations beforehand, like probably a little bit before your grandma, World War II and the Great Depression and all that shit.
Well, it was like the fucking 9/11 happened, then we're in the war with Afghanistan, then we're in Iraq, and then we had like 3 different pandemics. This one obviously being the worst one yet, COVID.
We've had
But
one
we
every
had-
year. This is just the most serious one. They
That's
like
what I-
broke it down from 2010, like H1N1 and
Ebola
and all that
and
shit.
swine flu. So
My favorite was SARS.
SARS, yep, that fucking made a resurgence when I was in like high school.
That
or some
was
shit.
the male shit. No, that was anthrax.
That's anthrax. That was after 9/11.
Anthrax was kind of fire too, because that was when you were like, "Yo, you got to put gloves on to go get the mail. You got to be extra careful." Like,
Well, I wouldn't describe it as fire.
I mean, though,
They're gonna flag us
but
and
though,
shit is-
listen, if that shit got on your skin, it was a bacteria and it was eating away at your skin. So kinda, it did feel like fire.
Well, it's not cool.
Yeah,
That's
Hold
what I'm
on,
saying.
What was the one that made you want to eat people?
Bath salts.
Bad
bad sauce.
Because you said flesh eating, so I thought
Yeah,
it was
bad sauce was cool too.
We fucking what else? The gas prices went when I was 16 were
It
like
was
$5.
$4. Yeah, shit was
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
You could barely even
$4.30.
you could barely even travel and shit. Fucking, I mean, it's just been thing after thing after thing, and I don't know if it feels like that in every generation, but I think that even like older people agree, like, man, the world is getting fucked up.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. The older you are, at one point, a bottle of Coke was a nickel, son.
Yeah, let's just say you were like 15 years old in 1960 or 1950. You know what I mean? Well, assuming you were white, then it was pretty problem free. But yeah, for other people, I guess it wasn't so good back then.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's why niggas are
Like,
tired of getting shot and nothing happening, because it's been happening forever.
Yeah.
But, there are people on the other side, on the more right side, that'll be like, well, blacks take over 13% of the country, then why are the prisons over 80% black?
Oh,
Y'all
my
doing more
God.
of the crimes.
Dude, I'm not even black, and I have the medicine for those people. I'm just like, well, I mean, one person had it described as, what do you think would happen if we were playing Monopoly and for 400 years you couldn't buy any property or build any type of wealth, and I was able to be doing this for 400 years? Like, who would be able to win that game? You know what I mean?
And playing catch up is like mathematically impossible.
And I
when you
brought
have a
up
400-year head start.
fucking, I'm like, the 1960s, people are still alive from the 1960s that were getting beat up by the cops, having dogs sicked on them, getting sprayed with fire hoses, having the KKK burn down their businesses, their banks, their churches, running them out of nice neighborhoods. And then it's like, well, shit, yeah, I mean, why do you think the fucking hood is so dirty when you go into the hood versus going into like the suburbs? The people that live here don't own it. And the people that do own it, a lot of cases, they're not great landlords.
Right.
So in my experience when I was young, not to say I'm fucking black, but I grew up around here, was you don't respect the area because you don't own the shit. The person that does own the shit, you don't respect.
Right.
And there's garbage every fucking where anyway. So it's like, why not throw my fucking iced tea bottle on the ground? There's already 15 of them right there. I would walk up to the sewer and just chuck it down the sewer like it was a trash can.
Yeah, I used to do that as a kid too.
I remember riding around in people's cars as a teenager. I would chuck a bag of McDonald's out the fucking car. Like your meal's done, you just throw the cup in the bag and chuck it. I was a fucking little piece of shit.
In New York City.
Yeah.
It's so bad. That's why the rats could live free there. There's enough trash to feed everybody. Enough wasted food, like half burgers and shit like that.
Yeah.
8 million motherfuckers down there. So when you don't really give a fuck, like you said, there's no sense of owner's pride.
There's no pride. It's like, how can you have pride? It already looks like a piece of shit.
But the thing is, it's like I understand what you're saying.
It's a self-defeating thing.
What I got older is like it's a mentality thing that you could still have homeowner's pride even if you're just renting. Because like we got to look at, even though they're not American, all of them, we got to look at the old Guyanese heads in the area that are turning, when they get property, they beautifying that motherfucker crazy.
They're buying it.
They're buying it.
So that's where I feel like that's where the pride is coming from. Is this is mine?
That rent though, not everybody buying.
They got some scumbag Guyanese people too. Let's not big them up too much.
I'm not bigging them up. I'm just saying that the houses in the hood, you could tell when a Guyanese person owns the house in the hood because it'll be pillars and shit with garbage everywhere on the next
Yeah,
door.
you don't even really see them rent like that.
Oh, they just in the cut?
No, I'm saying you don't see them rent like that. You see them buying mostly. And like that's why like me and you said a million times, they're like the new Italians.
Right.
They come here, they start a fucking mason business, a construction business, open up a store, whatever. Like, you know, they fucking work for themselves, buy shit, and
Sense of ownership.
I feel like that's why some people in the hood resent them, because it's like, how the fuck they come in here and buying everything up in my neighborhood?
They found a formula, dog, and the formula's that grinds. You got a trade of some sort, and just like all your cousins got that trade too. Yo, we got a team. Let's go.
The only time I don't like them, and it's not as a whole race, but it's like the only time I have beef with that race, I guess, is when I hear their fucking music from down the road. It's one family that I just can't stand.
So it's not with the race; it's with that family.
Yeah. Well, but it is in the culture a little bit though too. Just like Puerto Ricans be riding around with flags on their fucking hood and shit. That's part of the culture. You don't really see a lot of other cultures do that shit, but the Guyanese in their culture.
All this past year, I've been watching white people drive around with fucking flags on their trucks.
Not Puerto Rican flags. No.
I've seen four different flags. I've
Trump,
seen the
Trump.
Well, 5 then. Blue Lives Matter, Trump, the American flag, Don't Tread on Me, and the fucking Confederate flag.
On their hood.
Okay, 6, and a POW
on their
flag.
hood. Ever?
Bro, they're rocking 2 flags out the back.
Yeah, see, they have
flags actually waving in the wind type shit.
Yeah.
But has that been all year or just around election time?
Bro, that's been like all. I want to say it's been
election
like.
time?
I want to say it's been like all year. I say I've seen people.
It's election year.
Forever.
It's election year, man. Are you started seeing
ever since Trump was like, "Yo, I'm running again. They're gonna get a second term," and the people are like, "Yeah."
I started seeing "Keep America Great Again." Anyway, fuck all that. But yeah, in their culture, I think it's in their culture that they want to blare their music, which sounds like the Middle Eastern music that you'll hear in the corner stores, mixed with like Miami like techno sounding shit.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's just like I did it before. It's like boom ticka boom ticka boom ticka. And then like it's just like this upbeat boom 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 and a lot of bass and shit.
But it's just loud as shit. The problem is that it's loud as shit. It's not the music itself. It's just loud.
Both. I hate the music. I hate the music, and it's too loud. Like when somebody is a whole block away from me, and all my doors and windows are closed, and I have a TV and a fan on, and I can hear it. I'm like, that's too loud. And then you go outside, and it legit sounds like you're at SPAC. Like, it sounds like you're at SPAC is a fucking Saratoga Performing Arts Center. It's a music venue. Yeah. It sounds like you're at a concert, is what I'm trying to say. It's too loud. It's too fucking loud. It's so loud. That family has made me want to sell my house, like, faster than I wanted to on my own.
There goes the neighborhood.
They've been here the whole time.
They're treading on you, bro.
They're treading on me. Don't. Dude, I don't even play because I've had visions of going down there with my gun and just be like, turn the shit down.
With the POW.
Because, like, I don't see it going well. You know, there's like a few drunk motherfuckers, and then it's just me like, hey, turn it down. I become like the man oppressing them. You know, I'm just like, I don't see it going good because I hate them.
And the thing is, since this is the hood and not the suburbs, it's not like you guys have a town council where everyone can be like, you know,
Yeah, we could vote them out and shit.
yeah, vote them out or something. I don't know. The Smiths are fucking loud on the weekend. Clearly, they wouldn't be Smiths. They'd probably be like Sing. The Sings are mad loud.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Vis them.
Sing is pretty common.
Oh, it's a real common.
Sing is like Smith.
That's like Johnson. Yeah.
So is like Sukram or like Prasad or some shit.
Yep. True. We love the Guyanese, man. We love them to death, but you gotta turn that fucking shit down. Starting to give a random bulls about.